Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video of my sports Gematria. This side of the screen, I have what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian, Hebrew, and then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers. It's for the matches I'll be looking at for the day. Today it'd be NBA. Got 3 games on the board. Figure I just do all 3 of them since there's only 3. Clippers versus Hawks, Wizards versus Rockets, and Knicks versus Jazz. So let's start with the first one, Clippers versus the Hawks. If we look at the player report, looks like there's a bunch of people that are out for the Clippers. You have Kyle Leonard, Paul George. The 2 key players for Clippers are out. And Trae Young, I think, is either out or he might come back. But that would explain why the Hawks are a 5-point favorite against the Clippers. That makes sense that their all-stars are out. But what do the numbers say? Well, the numbers can go either way. The first thing I noticed was there's an 8 pattern. This is Clippers' 8th away game. This is Hawks' 8th home game. The Hawks come into this game with an 8-8 record for the season. With the win, Clippers could get their 8th win in a row, or Clippers coach can get his 88th regular season loss. So there's a bit of an 8 thing going on. Could go either way. The Hawks, this is their 17th game for the season. The word 17 sums to 109 and 44. And Hawks with the loss can become 4-4 at home for the season as their coach gets his 109th loss regular season. So between the 8 pattern and the 17 pattern, this game is a coin flip. It can go either way. You can make a case for either side if you want to. However, one thing that I do like in favor of the Hawks would be the Clippers becoming 13-5 for a season record. 13-5. Today is the 13th day of the 5th month on the Hebrew civil, like 13-5. It makes sense for Clippers to go 13-5. It's probably what I'm going to go with. It's probably why the star players are out to allow this to happen. But with that being said, like I said, there's an 8 pattern here that goes in favor of Clippers, and it goes against them. It goes both ways. And then there's a 17 pattern with 44 and 109 that goes against the Hawks. So if the 8 pattern goes in favor of the Hawks, and the Clippers get their 88th loss regular season, the Clippers coach, the 13-5 is right there with them. The one thing that throws me through a loop for Clippers is the 14-4. If we spell that out, 144. We spell that out, 144. It sums to 261. That's today's date. Today is January the 26th, 1/26, or it could be the 26th of January, 26/1. 26/1. So there's that. But I'll probably just roll with the 13-5. That's what I'll most likely do. And Wizards versus Rockets. Wizards versus Rockets. So not a lot of numbers pop up here. Wizards, they play tomorrow. They are playing tomorrow. So they play today and tomorrow. Today has 48 date numerology on the Gregorian. Tomorrow has 49 date numerology on the Gregorian. If the Wizards win this game today, they would become 4-9 for a season record, and then they would head into tomorrow to play their game on a day with date numerology of 49. If we pop 49 into the calculator, 49 sums to 126. Today is the 26th of January, 126. Wizards can become 4-9. It's the 153rd regular season head-to-head matchup between these two teams. Wizards coach can get his 153rd regular season win as a coach for Wizards. The sucky thing about that, though, is the number 153. 153 sums to 310. And with the loss, Wizards could become 310 for a season record. So that doesn't really help out much. I do like the 4-9 just because Wizards are playing tomorrow. I'll probably go with that. It looks like it'd be the only potential upset. Unless the Clippers pull through with the 17 pattern. 44-109. Because Hawks are favorited by 5. But Wizards, Houston's at 3.5. So if Wizards pull up the upset, they'll be 4-9 heading into tomorrow's game on 49 date numerology, is what I was thinking. But we'll see. I'll keep looking at it. And then Knicks versus Jazz. Knicks versus Jazz. Jazz are a huge favorite in this game. Could there be a potential upset here? A massive one, maybe. It just depends on how conspiratorial you want to get. The Jazz coach, if he loses, he would get his 216th loss regular season for his career. The number 6 times 6 times 6 sums to 216. We know this is the anniversary of Kobe Bryant, his death. So maybe there's some unspoken evil there that they're trying to connect with. Outside of that, I think it's most likely just going to be the Jazz. Knicks would get their 11th loss for the season, as Jazz become 1-1 head-to-head against the Knicks for the season, like 11. Jazz lost their first game against the Knicks. They can get their revenge and tie it 1-1 as they give the Knicks their 11th loss. 257. Knicks coach would get his 257th loss regular season. 257. 257 sums to 101, the 26th prime number. Today is the 26th day of the Gregorian New Year. It's a day with 68 date numerology. 68 sums to 52. Jazz can get their 52nd all-time head-to-head win against the Knicks. And they would sit on 50 all-time head-to-head losses. Today also has 32 date numerology. 32 sums to 50. Jazz also play tomorrow, and they're on an 8-game win streak. I was trying to look ahead to see what tomorrow would bring, but I didn't. Nothing really popped out at me. So the 13-4, the 12-5, nothing really grabbed my attention. You know, tomorrow's the 14th day of the 5th month. So, but it wouldn't matter, because if Jazz win today, they can only go 14-4 tomorrow, or 13-5. If they lose today, they can only go 13-5 tomorrow, or 12-6. So that doesn't help. It doesn't line up with that. I don't know. I'm just going to continue to look over these. My final picks will be in writing, as always. Just want to do a quick preview video for you guys. Since there's only 3 games, it's easy enough. So right now, I'm thinking of the Jazz based off the 11-11 and the 52-50. But you have this 216 down here that connects with 666 if you want to get a little conspiratorial and evil. You can think that the Knicks are going to upset the 11-point favorite Jazz. But right now, I kind of like the Jazz. Wizards are the only upset I'm really liking. If they win today, they can go in tomorrow 4-9 on a day with 49 date numerology tomorrow. And then 49 also sums to 126, and today is the 26th of January. And then you have this 153 and 153 here. But that 153 also sums to 310. So it's a true underdog Another thing I didn't mention is Rockets could get their 10th loss or Wizards can get their 10th loss. This is the first game head-to-head between these two, so somebody's going to go 1-0. Those usually coincide with each other sometimes. But we have this here, this 81 points. I know Kobe Bryant is known for his 81-point game. This is Kobe Bryant Day, the anniversary of his death. Maybe Wizards pick up that 81st as they go 4-9. It's a thought. And then Hawks Clippers. Clippers All-Stars are out. I think Hawks point guard might be out. There's an 8-8 pattern for either side. Clippers can get their 8th win in a row, or Clippers coach can get his 88th regular season loss. I personally like the 13-5. Today, the 13th day of the 5th month, so I'm just going to probably roll with that. Final picks in writing, as always. Comment questions below if you have anything different, anything you want to add. And then, of course, my picks will be posted before game time. Thanks, guys.